Hi everybody, my name is Esther and I'm going to give you a tour of our tiny house. So we built this in the first half of 2013 and it's a SIP panel constructed tiny house. So those are structural insulated panels, and basically it means that each wall is one solid piece. So it's a lot stronger than your typical frame construction tiny house. We built it on a trailer with 10,000-pound axles, and we estimate it to be about 8,000 pounds total. So you need a pretty good sized truck to tow it. And it's all clad on the outside with Western red cedar. We finished it with a UV protecting penetrating oil. I think it turned out pretty nice. Now we've got these Pella Architect Series windows here. So it's got a metal roof. And the whole thing's about 21 feet long and 8.5 feet wide. And we're going to go around to the front so I can show you the utilities. Got your standard RV hookups here. So there's your electric, and this is where your water goes. And here's your propane. That's black iron pipe, which is what you use in your standard construction. At the tongue of the trailer, we have this utility shed. On the right side, we've got your electrical panel and an inverter. So the whole thing is DC powered, but the inverter allows you to use the AC outlets. So it'd be pretty easy to convert this to solar. There's a chimney there, you'd have to take that off if you're going to tow it. And on the left side here, we have our propane water heater. It's an eco-temp water heater, which is pretty basic, but it works. Now let's check out the inside. So the tiny house does have stairs, but we moved it out here so we can walk all the way around it. So here's inside of our tiny house. Got a solid wood door with some nice New Mexico details and lots of windows. So we wanted the tiny house to have a bright and open feel and hopefully make it seem bigger than it actually is. And we've got the Douglas fir windows and these nice honeycomb shades that fit right inside the casing. So I think that gives it a nice clean feel. Got skylight up there for even more light, and a bookshelf, and these pendant light fixtures, which again you'd have to secure before you tow it. You have this built-in bench here. So it's got a nice big foam cushion, some storage underneath, little tabletop area, and file cabinet, drawer down here. We used to store dog toys in there, but you could probably find a better use for that. And then we used to just throw our shoes and stuff down in those spaces down there. Here we've got space for folding dining room table or whatever kind of furniture you want to put in here. Got another window, and under these little wood things are the wheels. So we've got a Douglas fir flooring. I think it turned out really nice. And this is super cute. This is a little tiny wood stove. And it's actually called the Hobbit. So these are made in England by a company called Salamander Stoves. And we lived in this house for 3 years, and this little stove worked great. So take little tiny logs, and there's also a little bin down here for your ashes. Some storage space underneath for your firewood. And we have this heat shield that we built around it, and as you can see, it's not all the way up against the wall. It's furred out with these aluminum strips. So, and it doesn't get too hot back there, but that was just a precaution we wanted to take. And in this area, we had originally intended to put some kind of closet or wardrobe, but we really liked how open it felt and just had some storage furniture there. So you could come up with some kind of solution for that or find a piece of furniture that would work. So over here we've got the kitchen. We have maple butcher block countertops, which I really liked. And over here we've got a cabinet, custom built cabinet. It has some shelves so that you can store your plates vertically. And that allows the cabinet to be very shallow. And it's got some cute little shelves on this side. Over here we've got the sink. Has this nifty cutting board top. Pretty good sized sink. It's really deep. I like that about it. Have some storage underneath the sink here. So this is where we'd keep our trash and recycling and odds and ends. And over here we have our refrigerator. It's made by a company called Unique, and they're based in Canada, and they make all off-grid appliances. So you can run this fridge on AC power, DC, or propane. And for how small it is, I think they did a pretty good job with the design. It's a fair amount of space in here. A little freezer here. And yeah, the funny thing is we lived in this house full time for 3 years, and we still shopped at Costco. So got some drawers here, nice smooth drawer slides. We've got a cabinet here with just some shelves. I would keep pots and pans and that sort of thing here. And in this cabinet, I really like this. We've got this wire pull-out pantry. So that really maximizes your storage here. And here's our stove. It's a 20-inch stove. Runs on propane, again made by Unique. It's got a battery ignition actually. And has 4 burners. And a pretty good sized oven. And I did a lot of cooking in here and it seemed to work pretty well. So there's a window above the stove here. Obviously you'd want to open that shade while you're cooking. And then we've got a spice rack and a rack for your cups. dish towel, and tiny little drawer here. It's kind of our junk drawer. And a slot for your pans. And this is the door to the bathroom. It's like a barn style sliding door. And above the bathroom, we have a storage loft. So you can put those kind of seasonal items like your out of season clothing or camping gear or whatever up there. Got another skylight here because we really like the tall ceilings. And then we've got a storage shelf up here. So pretty good sized kitchen for a tiny house. And so let's check out the bathroom. So over here we've got our shower pan, kind of a standard size. We've got tile flooring, and we used copper colored roofing metal sheets for the walls of the shower. Shower head, little rack for your shampoo, etc. And a cute little window and a tiny little sink. So that's nice for brushing your teeth or whatever in the morning. And you got your shower curtain rod. And on the other side, we have your towel rack. There's a fan, some storage shelves, and here's the toilet and a little cabinet for toilet paper, towels, whatever, and a little medicine cabinet here with a mirror. And we've got the sliding door here, so all custom made hardware. So pretty tiny little bathroom, but big enough and seems to work. So here's another view of the rest of the house. And now I'll show you where we sleep. So we have our sleeping loft is right in the middle of the trailer, and we did that because we thought it would be better weight distribution over the wheel wells and hopefully make it safer to tow. A lot of times you see tiny houses that look like they have a lot of weight at the back, and that just seemed kind of scary to us. So we wanted to put the weight right over the wheels. So we have this ladder here that we can store up here when we're not using it. And I'll have to put the phone down to get it down, but give me one sec. So here's our ladder, and it's built with ash and walnut. And we have this grip tape here to make the make it a little bit safer. And the ladder locks in with these clips here, so it's really sturdy, it's not going anywhere. And let's check out the upstairs. So this is the sleeping loft, and I actually really enjoyed sleeping up here. It's We have the dormer style windows, so we've got plenty of headroom. And the windows on either side are really nice because in the summer you can get a nice cross breeze. And we've got enough space up here to fit a full-size futon mattress in either direction, so you could either sleep with your head facing towards the windows or with your head back here towards the bookshelf or towards the front if you like. But when we did that, we would end up losing our pillows. So we got a little bookshelf here, and that's actually where the chimney comes up through the ceiling. Again, we've got these Pella windows, these nice crank windows. So open just like that. Got a curtain rod here, copper curtain rod, an outlet, and some reading lights. So I think that about covered everything. If you've got any questions, just send me an email. And I hope you enjoyed the tour of our tiny house.